Hi there. Tomorrow is Saturday, November 21st. I'm David B. and Cooley. You know who you are. And we're doing Best TV Tomorrow for TV Worth Watching. Tomorrow is a Saturday night, so I would love to say it's a Saturday Night Live, but they're not doing a live one this week, which is too bad, because just imagine, cold open, Kate McKinnon as Rudy Giuliani, and the hair dye is coming down off of her like the blood came out of the chicken or out of his hand when Dan Aykroyd was cutting the chicken on The French Chef back in the very first season of Saturday Night Live. I know that's a 45-year callback, but trust me, it's funny. But what you can watch tomorrow night, great double feature on Turner Classic Movies, 2001: A Space Odyssey from Stanley Kubrick from '68, and then from George Lucas, years before he did Star Wars, THX 1138, and he did that in 1971. And so you got Kubrick, you got Lucas. Two really interesting movies.
Japanese people love your films, especially Space Travel 2001.
Yeah.
And but people are wondering that what is the meaning of last scene? The old man were lying on the bed and in a very old style house.
Yeah.
And could you give us answer?
I've tried to avoid doing this ever since the picture came out, because when you just say the ideas, they sound foolish, whereas if they're dramatized, one feels it. But I'll try. I mean, the idea was supposed to be that he is taken in by godlike entities, creatures of pure energy and intelligence with no shape or form, and they put him in what I suppose you could describe as a human zoo, and to study him, and his whole life passes from that point on in that room, and he has no sense of time. It just seems to happen as it does in the film, and they choose this room, which is a very inaccurate replica of French architecture, deliberately so inaccurate, because one was suggesting that they had some idea of something that he might think was pretty, but weren't quite sure, just as we aren't quite sure what to do in zoos with animals to try to give them what we think is their natural environment. And anyway, when they get finished with him, as happens in so many myths of all cultures in the world, he is transformed into some kind of super being and sent back to Earth, transformed and made into some sort of Superman, and we have to only guess what happens when he goes back. It is the pattern of a great deal of mythology, and that was what we were trying to suggest.